This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Joe Longo.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Good Neighbor Podcast Live. Are you in need of a good coffee bean? Well, one might be closer than you think. And today I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Adam Hrywnak of Hrysek Farms, right here in Northeast PA. Adam, I hope I pronounced everything the right way. How are you doing? And thank you so much for being here with me.
We're good, and you did a really great job, actually.
Awesome. I'm proud of myself. For the listeners, we practiced like 25 times before we hit record. So if you can, Adam, tell us a little bit about what you all do over there at the farm.
So Hrysek Farms is a wholesale coffee company. We import beans and roast them here, and we specialize in 100% single origin. So we're sourcing beans from places like Papua New Guinea, Guatemala, Ethiopia, and then we roast them to really just highlight their natural flavors. And then we offer them to cafes and hotels, resorts, customers online.
That's wonderful. How did you get into this business?
It was after COVID, I was looking to start a business, and I was going to open a cafe, actually, was my main goal. And then, long story short, I ended up with a friend on a cross-country trip. She was moving, and I ended up in Seattle, and I noticed that every cafe was actually roasting their own beans. And then I started exploring and discovering like coffee on that level. Kind of love the idea of the origin, how they taste different, what that all looks like. And then I bought a small roaster and started Hrysek Farms.
That's awesome. Have you always been into coffee, or was this something that really just came from the trip?
I definitely always had a strong like coffee problem,
Mhm.
but it definitely turned into something more. I was drinking a lot of coffee always, but as I dove into this, I started understanding that literally countries are basing their economy on this, and that the crop and what it looks like and the flavor notes and how that all comes to be. And it turned into more of a passion over time of learning about coffee and how it all comes together.
Mhm. And this is probably a hard question, maybe not even fair, but do you have a favorite?
Um, it all really depends on how I'm brewing it.
Mhm.
Like my daily drivers are usually like a Guatemalan or a Papua New Guinea. If I'm doing a cold brew, an Ethiopian is really great because the acidity drops off, so you get that really pure flavor. Yeah.
The
Really
next
great.
question is, how do you pick? How do you pick what you are actually gonna drink, let's say, every morning? Is there a bag, like a staple, or is it just, what am I gonna have today?
It's usually what I'm gonna have today, and it sounds, it's usually like, so we are a roast to order roastery. So at the beginning of the week, we'd look at all of our orders and we roast everything. We let it sit for a couple days, and then it's got to aspirate. It's always letting out air, and then when it's reached its peak, that's when we ship out and we deliver to our customers. So it's usually honestly what is left.
Mhm. Nice. Growing up, my father had a screen printing business, and a lot of my t-shirts were the t-shirts that were messed up or the extra or the or the sample. So I get that with the bean as well. So we all know marketing is a huge part of business and running businesses. What are you doing, and how are you attracting your customers, and who is that target market that you are working with and attracting?
We are looking for, so I would say the best way we attract a customer is being out. We do a lot of events, some pretty high volume events around the holidays and throughout, like from now until probably like the week before Christmas. We're usually at an event every weekend, and that direct communication seems to work very well. better than any initiatives. We do some email marketing. There's always our socials. We try and do roast with us and as we move forward, we're going to start doing things like how to brew with different things and stuff like that. But I would say our most successful way is being face to face and talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
As far as a consumer, I would say, it's someone that is. Everybody drinks coffee, right? At the end of the day, it's very rare that they don't. So it's usually someone around our age or older, and they are interested in a great cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought about having your own podcast and talking about some of those things that you just said that you guys are looking to start doing?
It's actually a running joke that we want to start a podcast and talk about it. It's just something we haven't taken a second to do.
I love it, obviously, since this is what I do, but it might be something to think about. Outside of the coffee world, what are you doing for fun?
We're usually, this time of year, we're gardening. We're getting our gardens ready. I'm big on growing things. We're always going to go out and hike. We're on some sort of adventure. Mm-hmm. We're big on the outdoors.
Yeah, and we definitely have a lot of that to offer here. If there's one thing that you could share with our listeners that you would like them to remember about your company, what would that be?
I would say, just at the base is we're really trying to. Coffee is a moment. It's one of your first moments of the day, and we want it to taste great and just be a moment of pure joy. This is awesome. A great way to start the day.
Ah, I love that. And can you tell our listeners where they can learn more about you?
I would say the best place to learn more about us is hrysekfarms.com. That happens a load of information, and our socials. Our Instagram is always pretty up to date.
Wonderful. And from everybody here at the Good Neighbor Podcast, we wish you all the success moving forward, brewing the beans, bringing that morning cup of joe to everybody. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpnepa.com. That's gnpnepa.com. Or call 570-908-4334.